Hey Short Round, welcome to Leafy Greens vs. Zombies. In this daring adventure, we whip out only our most coveted leafy greens. If you don't know the basics of this challenge, I'll route you on a trip to the first episode that explores the deep rules of this series. Click on the video hiding in the top right of the screen. If you don't have enough time, maybe you're being chased by a boulder, or a door is about to close on you, hold on to your fedoras. I'll give you a quick rundown of the rules right now. I'm only allowed to use leafy green plants. I'm not allowed to buy power-ups, level-ups, plant food, or use the Zen garden. I'm allowed to skip levels where all or some of my plants are pre-picked, including conveyor belt levels. I can't interact with pre-planted plants. I get to place one sunflower on produce X sun levels. I'm allowed to modify rules mid-challenge. Now just a couple things before we start. Your support and feedback is individually valuable to me. Every comment is read and considered. Also, there are now more ways to support me. If you're interested, stay until the end of the video. Thanks for all you do. Now let's chase that fortune and glory. Day 1 introduces this world's main gimmick, sun tiles. These will allow us to have a steady sun income. In early levels, this might make levels really easy, but later in this world, they will become a necessity due to the difficulty spike in the Lost City. Day 1 is no problem, as made obvious by our 5 rows of head butter lettuce. Day 2 is the Red Stinger introduction level. Other than that, we have a pretty similar success to Day 1, and we can go to Day 3. Day 3 is a conveyor belt level without any leafy greens, so we will skip it. Day 4 shows us how the excavator zombie works. Fortunately, the excavator is of little threat to us. All of our attacking plants can hit it. It does counter Charred Guard, though. Other than that, Day 4 is no problem. Day 5, conveyor belt. Day 6 is nothing but the most basic zombies, so we clear the level easy. On Day 7, the wonderful parasol zombie makes its way down the aisle. Fortunately, our melee plants can still damage her. It's only our cabbage pult that is affected by the parasol's parasol. This means that Day 7 is hardly any issue. Day 8 has a flower line we must protect. Unfortunately, our plants are also pre-picked for us. We are given an iceberg lettuce, but a single iceberg lettuce isn't going to be enough to stop a swarm. So, I just have to beat the level normally, and we will skip it. Day 9 is another conveyor. On Day 10, we get to pick our own plants again. We're introduced to pilot zombies. They don't typically give us much trouble, especially when they drop in on our bonk choice, who will almost immediately decapitate them. For the rest of the level, even with parasols and excavators, we have no problems. On Day 11, the zombies learn to equip giant dragonflies. Our Charred Guard usually makes easy work of them, treating them basically as a slightly tougher and faster browncoat zombie. Day 12 has a sun production requirement, and that requirement is 5,000 sun, more than any before. Fortunately for me, there are sun tiles scattered across the entire field, and they do count as sun production. This level also has gargantuars, and they don't hold back either. By the first flag, a gargantuar is hobbling down the lane, and in the final wave, 3 gargantuars are all sent at once. There were definitely a couple of close calls, and you can tell that the difficulty of this world is quickly increasing. The gargantuars were a bit of a blessing though. Since they took so long to defeat, we didn't even have to stall at the end of the level for sun. Day 13 is a conveyor, and Day 14 pre-picks all of our plants. On Day 15, we have 2 AKEEs to protect. Charred Guard does wonders at protecting them, and we are now almost halfway done with this world. Day 16 is a conveyor belt level again. Day 17 introduces the importer. Head butter lettuce can usually make easy work of the importer's backpack, and overall, the level gives us no trouble. Ugh, Day 18, damn conveyors. Day 19 is just a huge swarm of zombies. Eventually I'm able to gain control of the importer's tents, and the level is B easy. Day 20 I ended up using head butter lettuce, and that made the level a little too easy. But there's still 12 levels left in this world, so I've got plenty of work to do. Day 21 pre-picks our plants again, no leafy greens this time, and even Day 22 pre-picks our plants, so we will skip. Well, there is iceberg lettuce, but there's no way we could beat a level with just iceberg lettuce, right? Well, we might have a chance. Using iceberg lettuce, we can activate traps to kill zombies, but iceberg lettuce recharges slowly, so surely I won't have enough to activate traps in time. Well, fortunately, zombies end up stepping on the trap tiles and killing themselves, so most of the time, we don't even have to do anything. The iceberg lettuces are more like backup than an actual game plan. I even managed to beat the level first try. Day 23 is a wild ride. It sends tons of zombies of all types, and I really thought this might be a loss near the start of the level, but I was able to stabilize, and I eventually won. On Day 24, we don't have to deal with gargantuars, but we do have a flower line. Charred guards do a great job of protecting this flower line for the most part. Eventually we get a really solid defense and we become unbeatable. Day 25 pre-picks most of our plants, including a new member for our team, Gold Leaf. Now, I know it seems a little far-fetched, but hear me out. As defined in episode 1, a leafy green is a plant where the main edible part is the leaves. Well, gold leaf is a leaf, and in real life, it's an actually edible decorative addition to high-end foods. This means we now have our first sun-producing plant. It is a very slow producer, however, and its recharge rate is so abysmal. In any case, we beat the level pretty easily. Day 26 is a pretty short and basic level, and upon completion, we unlock our newest member. Day 27 is where our worst enemy of this world is introduced. The turquoise skull zombie is like a combination of the raw zombie and the explorer zombie from ancient Egypt, but it is also ranged. The majority of my plants are melee, and the turquoise skull zombie tends to counter my setup very well. The best way for us to deal with them is to plant lots of cabbage pults to take them out at a range. With a bit of struggling, we beat day 27. Day 28 pre-picks our plants again, so we will... Wait, is that iceberg lettuce again? And trap tiles? Oh, I like where this is going. There's a trap tile in every lane on day 28, so zombies end up killing themselves almost all of the time. But for the ones that don't, a reactive iceberg lettuce can get the job done. One issue I ran into is that I don't have a way to take out importer tents. I can activate the fire traps and they will take them out, so that solves 3 lanes. But what of the other 2? Well, in this attempt, a lawnmower was triggered and took out the bottom tent, but the top one was still left standing. So I just needed to activate another lawnmower. Sounds easy enough. Well, the zombies continuously activate the boulder trap, and I'm unable to activate the lawnmower by myself, so I'm stuck watching with nothing to do. Iceberg lettuce won't really do the trick, so I had to restart and get a zombie over the tile to destroy the tent at the right time. On my second attempt, I screwed up early on. On my third attempt, I made the same mistake. Finally, on my 4th attempt at the level, I was able to destroy all of the tents and all the zombies. We did it. We cleared level 28 with just iceberg lettuce. Day 29 simply has a culmination of all the zombies in this world. All the way from parasols and excavators to gargantuars and turquoise skull zombies. Even with head butter lettuce, my defense started to struggle, but char guards and hurricanes do such a great job of stalling, and I was able to take out the last guard. Day 30 has 3 columns of mold colonies. Having to push my defense so far forward means that my plants will be right in range of the turquoise skull attacks. I lost a couple of lawnmowers and definitely struggled here and there, but I was able to do it. Day 31 pre-picks our plants, and the next level is the Zomboss fight. And you know what that means. Conveyor belt. But don't leave yet! There's something I wasn't expecting at all with the boss fight. Most boss fights give you just plants from the world that you're in, but in this one it gives us bonk choy? Well, it's only got a 13% chance to spawn on the conveyor, and there's no way for us to manipulate the drop rates on the conveyor this time. So we just have to try with what we got, and try I did. The drop rate on the conveyor for bok choy is just barely enough for me to survive until 1 or maybe 2 plant food. But this Zomboss spawns so few plant food carrying zombies that I just can't sustain it. Combined with the fact that these trap tiles have a significantly longer cooldown time, it's just so hard to do anything. Additionally, my bok choy has quite the trouble punching the airship, so sometimes when I use a plant food, it doesn't even do anything. But I knew with enough luck it was possible, so I tried and tried and tried and tried, but to no avail. I do think this level could be possible, though. With just enough skill and luck, something could just work out. But I don't think I can do it. But you are all invited. Sadly, since I couldn't beat the level with just bok choy, I had to beat it the regular way. So, I invite you to watch the full fight while I talk about a couple of things. As we move into the boss fight, just a reminder that interaction with my video will help tremendously. Also, don't forget there's lots of ways to support me, including my merch shop that I finally got correctly integrated to my channel. Some of you keen viewers might notice that something about my channel has changed, and you're right. It's a decision I wanted to make, and I think it really just feels better to me. If you don't like it, let me know. Next, I want to say I've been getting super excited for my upcoming project. I've built a roadmap for it and I've started scripting it a little bit. There's still tons to do and the project is months and months away, but it's going to be huge and it's going to be so fun. I can't wait for you all to see it. And as always, since you made it to the end of the video, leave me a hashtag LVZLC in the comment section letting me know you made it all the way through the video. I'll give your comment a heart. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the future for far future. Bye.
about